I feel like you might already be living together. You might be married, engaged to, or in a committed relationship with this person. Okay. So we have this earth sign who's quite attractive, very beautiful, nurturing, as well as somebody who's quite good with financial resources. Okay. This is somebody who's like, so Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, somebody who's very home oriented. So they love to cook, they love to entertain guests at their homes, they love to take care of you, and they love to nurture you. And we have as well, it's linked with the Four of Wands. So this usually indicates to me stable marriage, stable relationship, taking the relationship to the next level, possibly moving in together or discussing the purchase of property and the purchase of, like even family planning, having children, contemplating even traveling together as a unit. Others of you I feel like, you could be single or you could be in relationships. You could have somebody that you're crushing on. I have some really good energies, but I feel like the partner is very intimidated by you. They see you as the star. This is you making things happen, conjuring things, manifesting things, making your dreams a reality and trying to realize your potential. Okay. So I feel like many of you are going out and about, looking for things, trying to better yourself through knowledge, through even, taking classes. And I also feel like, doing yoga, doing meditation, doing like, pilgrimages for some of you, like going to an ashram and, being in deep in contemplation, prayer, and meditation. You're doing a lot of things in your life to make your dreams a reality. And I feel like your partner finds you not only attractive on the outside, but also spiritually, you have a lot to give. You're also somebody who's a humanitarian. You want to make the world a better place. You have bigger goals and bigger dreams, and you want to travel. You want to see the world. You want to bring whatever knowledge you have and share it with the world. So they see you as a major catalyst of change in your own life. And where they're at right now, we have the Four of Cups. And the Four of Cups, this is the Four of Hearts. The Four of Cups is sort of like, woe is me. You're dealing with somebody who is also very, very stubborn. And I also feel like they take a lot of, they've never had to struggle. They've never had to work really hard to get where they are at. So I feel like somebody whose life kind of just handed them things on a silver platter. They might have come from a very privileged, upbringing where they didn't have to hustle and work really hard for everything at their disposal. And they're in a position where they are either bored with their predicament, but not really making any changes in their own lives. And they're also seeing you with your full potential and everything that you have going for yourself. You might also be very, I want to say like popular, like you might have a lot of people asking you out or even interested in you, or you just have a wide network of friends and contacts. And I usually see the star as, contacts from all over the place. People who are contacting you through online, like they might be in different countries, and they're seeing all of that, and they feel as if they don't really measure up, and they feel very intimidated, and they feel like they're not really on your level. And at the same time, I feel like this woe is me energy about them, where things are not happening for them. They're a little bit frustrated that things are not coming in the way that they'd hope. And they're frustrated because everything is happening for you, but not so much for them. Not in the spirit of jealousy, but you both could be planning to, relocate to a new place. You have job offers coming in, or at least you have interviews coming in, and they're just stuck in this space where they're not getting the responses that they're hoping for. Okay. And in a way, we have here the Hangman. This is a state of suspension and waiting, being in an uncomfortable situation, waiting as a unit for things to kind of align so that the two of you can be together. So I do feel this element about, you're waiting for a job, they're waiting for a job so that you both can relocate to the same place. You're making things happen for yourself. So I don't see you waiting, but they're waiting for a lot of things to come into the picture for them to make their life a lot more prosperous. And they're also waiting as well for things to look up from their end. So they might be dealing with some financial issues. They might be dealing as well with career aspirations and things like that, not getting off the ground. So I see something here about stable, solid relationships. For those who are doing that, you're coordinating with a partner. And then I feel like for those who are single, you've got a lot of options, you've got a lot of suitors, and you're dealing with somebody that's it's intimidated, and they don't really see like they're your equal. Okay. I have here earth sign, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, and I do have I feel like this is more of a water energy, someone who's a little bit more stuck in their emotions, stuck in their feelings, wanting things a specific way, and they don't really want, other options. So it's like they're not really looking at the blessings that are available to them. And so I feel like, another Pisces, a Cancer, or Scorpio energy. You have the star showing up in the bottom spread as well. And I feel almost like, at first we don't succeed, we're going to try again, okay? Because I feel like there's something that you were waiting on. And you might have to compete with other people as a result of, in order to attain this thing. And I feel like it's very career oriented. So it could be like a job, a promotion, landing a client, being handed over or being entrusted with a very, very big project. So I feel like there's this element here about, something that you really wanted. And I feel like it came into the picture. You might have been, called back for an interview. You might have been interviewed by a panel, or you might have been assessed by a panel to see if you're capable of doing the job. And for whatever reason, you feel like you didn't do the best, you didn't do it well enough, or you weren't able to highlight your potential. So there might have been nervousness when it comes to, talking about your skills, talking about your experiences. There might have also been somebody that had more experience than you that was chosen over you. So they're saying here to go back to the drawing board and not let this setback, damage your self-esteem, or not let your self-esteem be affected by this setback. Okay. So whatever you are waiting on, I feel like it's going to be coming around. And I do see an element here of, towards the end of the year. Okay. So like the December timeframe is it's very highlighted for this spread. We have here the Four of Swords, and I usually think of the months. Okay. And I feel like in the meantime, focus on where you're at right now. Focus on learning. Focus on building up your skills. Focus on the present moment where you are working, so that you can learn from other people, so you can gather additional knowledge and additional experience. And so that when you come out and make, when you journey out into the world, or when you pursue new opportunities in the future, you would feel like you have a firm grasp on the situation, and you can portray yourself in a much more flattering, in a much better light. I don't feel like you guys in general are very like arrogant when it comes to, your skills, what you're good at and what you're not good at. But I feel like in this spread, there's something here that indicates, highlighting your skills, being a little bit more boastful about what you're bringing to the table, and having a lot more self-confidence, and then coming in and owning the space that you embody, or, if it's an interview room, owning that space. If it's like going to talk to your supervisor, performance evaluation, for example, then you need to, really highlight all the things that you're good at, and you need to really highlight what it is what are your assets, and how the company, the organization, the work environment can really benefit from it. So I feel like you're still going back to the drawing board. You're learning new skills, and you're going to be adding these things to your resume, so that you can, pursue new opportunities when it comes out. So I feel like the delay, whatever setback, whatever delay, is happening for a reason, just so that you can come in a lot more secure. And I keep seeing with this Three of Pentacles here, you're being put in an environment where you might be teaching somebody, okay? And I feel like there might be somebody there's like pushback is what I'm sensing here with the Five of Swords. It's an argumentative energy. So it could be because of your age, the way that you look, where the other person is like judging the way that you look, and they're like, oh, you know, the Pisces is so young, or the Pisces looks like this or talks like this. I can't take them seriously as my teacher. So somebody might be saying that to you, or you might be getting that attitude from another person where you're trying to, you know, spread your knowledge to them, but they are resisting it. And I feel like it's difficult to handle that type of a pushback, and you're also not very confrontational. Okay? So my advice in that specific situation, if you're dealing with that, is let them be. Okay? Let them make their own mistakes, and, you know, let them take the initiative. So try to be, you know, detached from it and not take it personally, because sooner or later your skills will speak for themselves, and you will be seen in a favorable light. But, you know, if it's just one person pushing back because of the way you look, or the your age, or, you know, your what they perceive to be, you know, your lack of experience, and you're kind of like in the teaching role, they're always going to push back. Okay, these are just tunnel vision types of individuals that we're always going to deal with throughout life. So learning to manage that energy and not let that get to you, and learning to kind of like detach a little bit and let them make their own mistakes and let them come to you. I feel like somebody is very proud, and they don't want to come and ask you for advice or whatever, because they feel like you might not have the experience. And in reality, I feel like you have the experience. It's just, you know, learning to project yourself, not so much in a forceful manner, but in a more assertive manner. I feel like, you know, it's not so much the message, but it's the delivery that will get people to listen to you. Okay. So I hope the energy is not too disruptive. Don't let it get to you.